Well, Rob, another not very good day at the office at home for you today.
Yeah, obviously it's starting to get frustrating. Not just for me, but I think for the players as well. I mean, they're not turning up. Well, I thought London Irish emotionally we weren't where we needed to be. I don't think that was so much the case today. I don't think we've not worked hard or not turned up or not out of desperation to win. We just haven't been able to pull the game together in lots of individual ways. The game had individual mistakes, had collective mistakes, and it had errors in pretty much every area of the game, whether it was in attack, in defence, around set piece. There's not one area where we can hang our hat on tonight, really, is there? I suppose the one good thing you say is we've only conceded 15 points, and you would normally expect to win it. Well, at home especially, we would expect to win a game where you've only conceded 15 points. But we haven't managed to roll the scoreboard up high enough to get over that hurdle either.
High penalty count against you as well today.
Yeah, high penalty count, but based around some inaccuracy from us that put us under pressure, and that's kind of what the game had, didn't it? We also we started the game kind of brightly, and yet the first 2 or 3 times we had possession, we literally just gave it up. I think Tom Anderson got stripped the very first attack of the game. I think the second attack we had, we dropped the ball. Then we got penalised twice. I think we went scrum penalty, line out penalty, in the corner try, and we're kind of killing the crowd in the first 5 minutes of the game. To be fair, then I thought we dug in, we dealt with things really well. Getting back to 7-7 at half time was very important. Obviously, we started to gain some kind of a foothold in the game, but then what happens? We a yellow card and a penalty, and all of a sudden, we're in the corner. We get something wrong in our defence organisation as we're down to 40 men. It's a bit of a tale of where we are as a side. We're kind of looking around, and instead of getting on with things, and it's a little bit concerning, but it's also a huge opportunity. It's a real opportunity for some guys to learn about themselves, and I think that's what we've got to do. We've got to decide to take the positive opportunities as well. It's not always negative. I mean, it feels pretty negative, but one positive is we are giving ourselves pretty much one option: come in when we come back from the Prem Cup, and it's start winning games, or else the season's going to peter out. We're back and we get back into Europe. So there's a few things we've got to decide to start doing. And sometimes a bit of pressure like this can be good for you.
What's the difference between away and home? Because they just seem to be vastly different at the moment.
I don't know if they're vastly different. I think last week, what was it? It was a tight game, and we came up with the result because we dug in that little bit more, and we created a couple of opportunities that we took. But today we didn't. I mean, we had 5-metre opportunities, didn't we? We got turned over on the line 2-3 times. 2 of those go in, and it becomes a bonus point win, and everything feels so different. And that's a little bit what it's like. It's just we're not really linking our game together because little things are happening along the way. Some of it is very understandable. There's mistakes in there from guys who played 1 or 2 Premiership games. That is a reality, and that affects some consistency in training. We had Chris has hardly played any Premiership rugby and was away for 2 days at the start of the week with Wales as well. So you can't expect everything to be perfect when there is no right for everything to be perfect. So there are some consistencies we're struggling with, and that happens in training, it happens in team selection, it's happening on a regular basis with most things around injuries and availability. But it's one of those challenges this season that we're not facing off as well as we have done in the past, and it's something we've got to start doing.
One bright aspect, I guess, Joe Simmons, some of his touchline kicking was excellent today.
Yeah, Simo kind of stepped in at fullback for us. I thought did most things very, very well. Obviously, he was stepping very well, wasn't he? He managed to beat defenders. On the whole, for a fullback, he played very well. But again, it was the good bits were kind of undone by most guys with a couple of bad bits. So he missed a couple of clear outs that led to pens. That's kind of what we're like as a team. We managed to write off our bright bits by having negative bits as well.
Is it a good time to have a 2-week gap for the Premiership Cup now?
Well, I think it probably is, because I think we need to, more than anything else, try and get 15 guys fit as much as anything else, and it will give us a couple of weeks of recovery, and it will give us a couple of weeks where we can kind of protect one group of players and give opportunities to another group of players. And listen, the big opportunity is, because we can't say we're massively performing in the first team, it's certainly an opportunity for some guys to play in the Prem Cup and step up and maybe show they're the next wave or the next generation or the next people who should be playing.
Will Whitty went off with a problem. How's he at the moment?
Yeah, well, I'm standing here right now. I don't know, but with what we've had this season with back 5 forwards, I'm expecting it to be serious. So that's probably all I can say, really, because it just seems to be it's just going to be one of the challenges this season is what happens in the back five of the scrum.
Well, commiserations, Rob. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.